Hi Bows and Beauties, it's Amy with Bipolar Beauty. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome back. It's a beautiful 72-degree morning here in Kansas, and I hope the weather is treating you fine. If you're new here, hi, thank you for joining me. I attempt to post weekly videos dealing with mental health, as in the title of my channel, Bipolar Beauty. I was diagnosed with bipolar in 2015, amongst other diagnoses that have since come to be, come alight, anyway. And so every Monday I have a Manic Monday series where I will share about mental health, motherhood, musicals, which I love musicals, and makeup. I love makeup. I have lots of it. I am kind of a collector of it, and through this channel I've been trying to slowly work my way through my collection so that it's not just wasted. I think a lot of the makeup purchases that I made were a coping mechanism, which is not healthy, and that goes under the mental health. But today, folks, today we are going to do a video that nobody asked for, but I was intrigued by something that happened this week. Before we get started, I just wanted to share that I already did my skincare, with one exception in my prep, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So this past week I was rushing to get out the door to a doctor's appointment after a shower, a long-awaited shower. You know those showers that you wait a week to take? Yeah, I did that. I know, disgusting, disgraceful, all those things. When I got out, I realized I was very, very short on time, so short that I didn't do skincare or any primer or anything, but I did put a full face of makeup on, and I was really surprised of how well my makeup held up. And so it kind of got me thinking of like how beneficial is primer. So what I did today in preparation of my skin, I did my skincare, which included a toner and a moisturizer. I went very, very simple. In this heat, I don't like to put too much product on my face because I'm not oily. My skin tone, my skin tone is uneven. My skin type is dry. But when I sweat, I am a sweaty beast. I tend to try to go for more drying products, and I noticed though that I build up a substantial amount of dew or what have you. So today on this side of my face I only have my skincare, and on this side I did skincare and I did a primer, and this is one of my favorites. It's the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer, and the reason why I like that is because there is a little bit of stick to it to adhere to the makeup and hopefully create longevity of wear, especially in this heat. And today I will be using the Maybelline 24-Hour Foundation in the color 130 Buff Beige. And so I'm going to go ahead and go into that. This is one of those foundations that I use a brush to kind of get all of the product. I'm doing 2 full pumps, by the way. I have a lot of unevenness in my skin. Last weekend, maybe it was 2 weeks now, I don't remember. I think it was just last weekend. We had a church activity, and we went to the local community pool. On myself, I failed to put any kind of sunscreen at all. And with that, I had a pretty intense burn, but I usually don't burn, and I was somehow surprised that I burned. Even though it was like a 70 degree or a 90 degree day, we're in full direct sunlight, and so I had acquired a little bit of pinkness, not much on my face, which I was surprised about, but really on my shoulders and on my back. And so to combat that, I decided to put on a self-tanning mousse. And in doing so, I wanted to, you know, kind of even out, because I obviously had the swimsuit line of demarcation. So it was like pasty white on my straps because it was a wrap around the neck. And then bam, really warm and red on my chest and on my back and arms. So to try and like even out the look of it, I decided to put my Saint-Tropez mousse on it. And when I did that, I also put it on my face. So don't do that. Now I know why a lot of makeup people in the YouTube community have orange knuckles, which I have. I did a terrible, I mean, look at this. That is terrible. So that is what that is, you know. And he said, don't judge my hands. I just think, how do you miss that? How do you get it on your knuckles so uneven? How do you it's real simple, folks. It's really simple. So I thought I was being smart. Nope, nope. I wasn't. I was being foolish. All right, right now, so I went ahead and applied my foundation with a brush, just my e.l.f. buffing foundation brush. And now I'm just gonna, any lines that I might have acquired through the brush, I'm just gonna tappy tap out. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and use my, I think this is, yeah, Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. I think this is just in the shade Brightener. And I'm just, also do not be deceived. I have two new lamps in at my vanity because our light doesn't work. The ability to turn on the overhead lighting is unavailable currently. So I have these rather bright lights, and I'm afraid, I fear that they are giving off a different look than I would like, but that's where we are today. And I'm not trying to do too much. For the most part, this foundation gives really, really good coverage. It's kind of a thicker formula, and so it provides, I would say, full coverage, or like really good medium buildable full, because I can still see I have one freckle right there. It's kind of a mole. Sometimes I enhance it, sometimes I don't, but I could see that through. And obviously you can't hide texture with foundation for the most part, so I have a lot of texture here from acne scars and things like that. I mean, I still have them on that side too, but anyways. And then of course the lines have increased over the last few months as well, but you know, life. That's fine. And I'm just gonna use this to also kind of highlight parts of my face. So my makeup is, I'm gonna do the same on both sides, and what today's test is going to be if the foundation holds up better on the primed side or on the non-primed side. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and speed through my makeup, and I will see you when I'm done.
2 hours later.
Okay, so this is the finished look, not that it matters, but I went ahead and just did this is my makeup for church today. But remember, this side is primed and this side is not. And so we will see if there is any difference at the end of the day. So this is my check-in. It's 11:30. We're about to leave in a couple minutes to head off to church. And yeah, so I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.
Many hours later.
I'm doing a check-in right now. And this is how it's looking. I have a little bit of makeup removal from my mask. But this is the side that's primed, which still looks pretty darn good. This side, it looks like it's wearing down. You're okay, you can come in. Wearing down a little bit where the mask, it's like breaking down. And it looks like I'm a little bit more like dewy, glowy, sweaty, whatever you want to call it. But for the most part, it's holding up. This side is looking splotchy. You can see where my tanner is coming off. It's kind of odd that that's happening. It could also be just because I keep doing this. Oh, and look, there are my embarrassing hands. So it could be just because I keep wiping with, and I have very slippery hands. I've been known for having wet hands. That's not what you're here for. You're here to see the makeup. So it's looking okay. It definitely looks better on this side than this side. You can see some of the wear and tear from having a mask on, some of the buildup of the gunk in the nose creases, the nose folds. Hey, honey. So anyways, I will check. I just said hi. So it's 5 o'clock. I put this on basically like I was done around 10, 11. Yes, it's 5, honey. I basically finished my makeup fully by 11:30. You didn't get to see that because my battery died on my phone, or on my camera. But I'm currently on my phone now. But anywho, so I will check in with you at the end of the night to see if anything's changed. Like I said, there's not as much breakdown as what's on this side. It just looks like there's more peeking through and whatnot. Okay, I'll see you at the end of the night. Bye.
2 hours later.
It's the final check-in. The final check-in. Oh. So I actually want to, even though it's only 8:30 right now. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 8:30 p.m.
8:30 p.m.
Have a good night.
She's so nice. So I want to wash my face, and which means I need to do the check-in. So with me looking, I definitely can tell that this side held up better than usual. I'm gonna zoom you in close, scoochy, so that you can see what I mean. So just alone, now minus my lips don't count, but you can see with my frown line, my fold, it is more worn off on this side, and there's definitely some like gathering around the mustache area, whereas this side it's not nearly as much. Now you can see it. I kind of blame a mask on that, because I also have the tip of my nose kind of worn off, but it looks almost like a natural highlight to my. Okay, so so other than the gathering in my folds here, the makeup looks like it's a little bit worn off more on this side than this side, and it looks like, so I don't know if I'm like playing tricks with myself though, but it does look like it's showing a little bit more darkness on this side as opposed to this side. So it looks like a little more darkness is peeking through. Come on, focus, camera. But I would say, and actually, no matter how I turn my face, there's this little dark spot right here. So I'm not sure what that's. Yeah, you could see it right there, and then you can see it. with the shadow of my nose. That's probably what I'm seeing. It's a lie. But I do think that there is some merit to primer, for my face at least. It might not be for yours. We all have different skin types, so we need to use a primer if we so choose. That's best suited for our skin type. And like I said, I have dry skin for the most part. And like I said, this side has worn up here, mainly because this is what I do all day. So anyways, I hope that video was informational. And if not, I'm still glad you came. Like, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. If it was helpful at all, it did give you a little bit of insight. It might not be necessarily accurate for your face type and your skin type. I mean, your type of face is great, but your skin type, if you don't want to prime, don't. But I think for my own skin type and for my preferences, I do prefer a primer. Thank you so much for joining me today. Like I said, if it was informational at all or helpful at all, please leave a comment down below and give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope that you will consider subscribing and joining me every Monday as part of my Manic Monday series. And again, I thank you for being here, and I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye. Probably not. I don't know what I'm showing you. Oh man, there's the whole time. Oh crap. Turn down the TV! Turn it down! Can you turn down the TV? It's very loud. I can hear it down here and I'm recording. It's just it's a lot of bass. Sorry, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay.